Every summer I used to give up on soup. It just didn't belong in the heat until I tasted this. Hi, I'm Bruno, and this is a cold tomato Portuguese soup that it doesn't refresh, it revives. Charred tomatoes, charred peppers, roasted garlic, and olive oil that hits like sunshine. No blender, no rules, and leftovers that taste even better the next day. Cold soup might sound strange, but trust me, this is soup's summer job. And this isn't a modern trick, it's an old one. In Portugal, summers are long and dry, and this soup isn't strange. It's survival. People may do with what they had. It's humble food, but the kind that surprises you. Let's do it. Let's start with the garlic oil. In a small pan, warm up some good olive oil. Nothing too precious, but something with a bit of character. Drop in a few smashed garlic cloves. Not chopped, not grated, just pressed under the flat of your knife until they crack open. You want them bruised, not broken. Add a bay leaf. That's the kind of choice that make it yours. In some parts of Portugal, people even throw a piece of dried oregano stem. These aren't musts, they're options. Now bring the heat down, never high. Garlic needs time to soften its sharpness. We're not trying to fry it, we're trying to pull the soul out of it. You should hear barely a whisper from the pan, a faint hiss, like someone shushing a story into your ear. Let it sit there for 5, maybe 10 minutes. Watch how the garlic starts to glow, how the oil slowly takes on that pale gold color. When it's ready, strain out the solids and set the oil aside in a small jar or bowl. We'll come back to this later, and when we do, it's going to tie everything together like the last scene in a good movie. Not everyone loves raw garlic, and that's okay. Garlic has moods, you know. Take a garlic head, skin on, slice the top, and place it into a little foil pouch. Drizzle with a touch of olive oil, not swimming, just enough to coat. Sprinkle a touch of sea salt, and seal it and roast in a gentle heat until the cloves are golden and soft. You'll know they're ready when a knife slides through with no resistance. They should feel like confit, melting and rich. This roasted garlic is your safety net. If you're someone who flinches at that raw, punchy edge, this brings the flavor without the fight. Once it cools slightly, squeeze the cloves from their skins and mash them into a smooth paste. It should spread like butter on warm toast. No chunks, no strings, just golden softness. This paste will become the heart of our chilled broth. Now we give this soup its soul, not by simmering, but by scorching, peeling, and honoring the flame. Take half of your ripe tomatoes and both peppers, red and green, and bring them close to fire. If you got a gas burner, lay them right over the flame with tongues, turning them as they blacken. If not, a broiler will work just fine. What matters is the blistering. You want skins that crack and curl, flesh that softens but doesn't collapse. When they're nice and blistered, place them in a covered bowl or sealed bag for a few minutes. The steam will loosen the skins. Then just peel them gently and dice the flesh fine. Now dice the other half of the tomatoes, the ones that are raw. That contrast will be everything. One side will bring smoke, hurt and warmth. The other will bring brightness, juice, and the sparkle of fresh acidity. This is how we build rhythm into the dish. Not just cold and crisp, but layered, unexpected. And you'll be shocked how much depth this soup gets, without ever using a pot. Now we build the body of this soup. Part that crunches, that refreshes, that reminds you it's summer. Start with the cucumber. I always remove the seeds. They hold too much water and not enough flavor. What you want is clean crunch, not soggy bite. Dice it small enough that it won't overpower a spoonful. Same with the onion, red or white, both work, but whatever you choose, rinse it under cold water after chopping. That quick bath will take away the sharp sting and leave behind just the savory sweet side of the onion. Trust me, it will make all the difference. Now toss everything into a big bowl, the raw and charred tomatoes, the blistered peppers, the cucumber, the rinsed onion, and then herbs. I like a handful of fresh coriander. It gives this lift, this citrusy whisper. But if you're not a coriander person, don't worry. You can use any other herb you prefer. This is where it starts to look like something special. Like a salad, but looser. Like a salsa, but quieter. What you're making now isn't just the base, it's the heartbeat of the dish. Now let's build the broth. This is the moment when all those ingredients we've prepped, the garlic oil, the vinegar, the roasted garlic, come together and become something bigger. Something you can taste before you even bring the spoon to your mouth. In a jug or a mixing bowl, start with cold water. Not icy, but definitely chilled. Add a good drizzle of your garlic-infused olive oil. Then goes in the sweet roasted garlic paste. You should melt into the water. Soft, mellow and rich. Next, a splash of apple cider vinegar. This will bring brightness, but go slowly. It's easier to add than to take away. Now for the twist, a dash of white soy sauce. This is my signature move. It's not traditional, no, but it's deeply Portuguese in spirit. Bold, practical and full of flavor. White soy gives a subtle umami depth without muddying the broth's color or freshness. It's like seasoning with a secret. Now taste. Is it flat? Add a touch of salt. Too sharp? A little more oil. This isn't chemistry, it's balance. What we made here isn't just a broth, it's the mood of the dish. Now comes the quiet joy of bringing it all together. This isn't a rushed moment, this is where all the work gets honored. Start with the bread. It should be rustic, a little rough around the edges. This bread isn't just filler, it will be what soaks the broth, swells with flavor, and gives the soup its soul. Tear it with your hands or cube it if you prefer order. Then spoon over the vegetable mix. Make sure every bowl gets a bit of everything. Each bite should be a different texture, a different mood. Now slowly pour over that chill, garlicky broth. Watch as it finds its way between the bread, seeps into every gap and starts to build something cohesive. With a final drizzle of garlic oil. Not too much, we've done enough. The bread softens just enough. The vegetables stay crisp and everything meets in the middle. Cool, balanced, complete. If you've only ever been eating salads this summer, you've been missing out on a whole world of cold comfort. So remember when cold soup felt like a punchline? Now it's a promise. A trick up your sleeve. A fridge full of flavor waiting for you. If this opened your eyes to what soup can be in the summer, go check out my fish soup next. It's the perfect way to end a beach day. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you there. Bye!